Ghana mama ebrason se omanmu nsem hodwa yen central 40 won hugu montin so won sakan ye dibegu semfo pono so na semfo asem krojin eno ena yede besumwo se prime time news enumere no sia kase wo fache tv so kase yi mekai wo se ubenya bi na wo share e wo facebook eno ti ko facebook a na wo bo fache tv sanso na youtube enso eye fache tvgh www.facheonline.com ubenya ensem ne bi na wakenkan e wo honom ensem ne doso de edi mu akotene ne bi enie free healthcare ene Ghana man panin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akobie ano wakolanche na de waka nyina ne se emma emeyi national health insurance emfam free ho na emom ebeboa amanatimi agina sanso ena ato ode yeka demonstration achechefo ya wonum yentia wonka na aban no posti wo mo 1 year nie wontia wonum ka ena enei wonum de demonstration chenchrenche ahihye so sra ban se wontua wonka NPP amanyoko no osunkokoko amanyoko ya ebo Ghana mu ha wonum asema waka nyina ne se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne na ban asori ade atia wonum wotietia wonfa ahodie so eno nti on hweye Usia ensam wei ene de ka ho bie ene yaje mere na yede besomwo yene yede besomwo eye me Obrempong akwasi Jaboa mene
AFIA chumwa ke 20 ebesre na wode obre afam yen don hre ba ko ebra kase ni nchemu yede ebro Ejebo ene eja anya abesi kinkei ene saying free primary health care and shishaya Mampani John Dramani Mahama buying ese wode eba na etimi aboa na watretre apomdingie mu Ghana ha na enkyerɛkyerɛ ene ntete mapaso etimi akoso de ama Ghana fo na wo mahunu kwan pa wo betumi afaso atena si yie wa bra wonmo nkofa nyarewa ahodo pii no ene wonmo twahia e wo Shai Osudoku District Hospital ya wonmo apadwumadie no ho entoma Mampani John Dramani Mahama kasa no na wo kyerɛ sɛ enhyehya ahodo bebre e wo sa free primary health care dwumadie no emu ebi ne sɛ apomden adwumayefo no ene wo manfo ebeye enkyerɛkyerɛ na wo hunu kwan pa obetumi afaso wo madidie mu wonmo dada setenam woni yeboni nyina ya etai kofa nyarewa bra wo mo no obehye na watumi asiesie sɛ de ebeye a efiri sa abre ya no wobeba wo ho ban na nyarewa no emmakra na sɛ yade no so eba entempa so wo kwa ya sabia empanimfo hunu ya na wo kyerɛ won mo baabi a won konkɔgye ayaresa kroje ya emudo a ebetimi ede apomden papa abre wonom na wase enipa binum adwene ya won mo se free primary health care dwumadie no eba abesi national health insurance scheme apomden si achi ban no anamu nanso anya saa na etie we ye nhyehyɛ ya won mo de ban wo de abɛhyɛ health insurance ne mo kena na we ne de etie ene se ahyase no a niema ahodo bi epempen so ba no se nipa no ekɔ apomden gyebia ɛwɔ ne mansini mu na eniema mu yɛden a afei ene okɔ ayasabea kɛse a wohia se health insurance no wobɛyie ansa na dokotafo agina so ahwɛ no Mampani John Dramani Mahama nkasaye ɛwɔ dwumadie no ɛho ntoma pa ase no yentie bie
Universal health coverage is the situation where every citizen has access to quality, affordable care. In Ghana, we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, and it expanded coverage and affordability in a major way. But since we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, we still have a lot of pockets of underserved areas, especially in the rural areas. And so, for countries that would want to extend the reach so that they can achieve universal health coverage, they include in it the primary health care aspect of it. With the health scheme, normally for most of the health facilities under the health scheme, you see the patients only when they are sick. And so it's mostly curative. One key aspect of the free primary health care is preventive, to identify the illness and get early treatment before it develops into something else. And so a major part of the free primary health care is the health screening aspect. And we are encouraging that when we roll out the free primary health care, our traditional leaders and our religious leaders will help us to mobilize their communities. At least every Ghanaian must be screened once a year. Every Ghanaian must be screened once a year. And you get the basic screening, and that includes hypertension. So the free primary health care post would have the manometers so that they can check your blood pressure to see if you are developing blood pressure. Sometimes if you are developing blood pressure, just a change of your diet can take it away. A change of lifestyle can take it away. But if your blood pressure is high and you require treatment, then you will be referred up to the district hospital level. So the free primary health care complements the national health insurance. And so at that level, it's free of charge. You go, the screening, everything is free of charge. If it's a basic illness like malaria, your CHIPS compound will have the medication for malaria. If it's a basic illness like cholera, your health compound, CHIPS compound, or your health kiosk will have the basic drugs for you. If it is a respiratory illness that requires cough mixture or something, you get it at your CHIPS compound. But if they take your blood sugar and your blood sugar is high, you can change it with diet. But if it persists, then they have to refer you to the district level. And at the district level, you use your national health insurance card to get the treatment and the drugs that you require. So the free primary health care is complementary to the national health insurance.
Omampani John Dramani Mahamani ati se watchra ensemo said the free primary health care program no ebeye adwuma afa na health insurance emegu no nemom ebeboa na afanu nyina we so ha na pomudin je papa abengana de hye nyina boboa no titiriu enkrom kuma ya wonmo entai enya apomudin atena ye ewo ho na wowie ye no no se adwuma wonmo beye no wonmo behia nipa ene nsa bebre ti de wonmo aye ne se woni a wakwaje ntete ewo apomudin adwumadie mu health professionals besi sabre ya won posti wonum no wo be hwe ne wo nyina ka bomu edi dwuma no enti wo pepa se odo ho ebehye free primary health care num na wabo ban amasa adwumadie yakona ni mafa ne ntuma pafra da ache bia eho behia se mpanimfo anya financial clearance na won fa apomdin adwumayefo no sankrofo no ene wani ebesi won so kane ansa na atre akofom.
The category of them, the health professionals in our CHIPS compounds and other places would be the ones who would be the primary administrators of the free primary health care. But we're going to have a category that we call health volunteers. This will include national service people. It will include nurses and other paramedics who have finished school and are waiting for posting. We'll deploy them in the free primary health care service until when it's time for posting. For those who volunteer and take part in the free primary health care, when it's time for posting, we'll give them the priority in terms of posting. And so the health volunteers, they will go from place to place. Some of them will work in the what we call the health kiosk. Others will come to the community with all the equipment, and then they can sit under a tree, and then you just come and take your test quickly. You'll be checked for breast cancer. They will be trained how to check for breast cancer. They'll be trained how to take your blood pressure, measure your sugar, and all that. They have a skill they will measure to see if you are too heavy. That is called the body mass index. Your height and your weight must correspond. If you are not too tall and you are too fat, it means no. Sorry, I'm not trying to shame short people, but I'm just saying the truth. There's something called body mass index. They take your weight as a proportion of your height. So if you are shorter, you must be leaner. If you are taller, you can be heavier, but you must also be within a certain body mass index, so that you avoid any of these non-communicable diseases. And so they'll have those weighing scales. You sit on it, they'll tell you you are overweight by this amount.
Coalition of Unpaid Teachers Association and nay, one mati won ho agumontin so demonstration tentrente ya watu ni din ato wode yeka. Just Finance Minister Eddie wonum ka. Ni nyina ene se ebra wonum ko school ekwaje ntitiye ne wonum atua school fees ne de ka ho abomoden asua de aba bonten ama aban aye wonum adom wa posti wonum nanso afenie aban no entua wonka eno na enei wate won ho agumonten so no osu esu pa ema ewom emkoda se wonum ati na demonstration yi wonum de asese so won kan pomponi mantamu Finance Ministry wonum aso ye eho na wokopie ye na enei wonum su etna form nyina ebosunje tiresira aban se wosre se won sika ya akamu aban no entua emfama wonum enye sa empo de wode to aduane adie de wode faka akọ adwuma anase de wode tua won dan ka ni nyina eye ade a ha dwenpa ede mo mo age se wonum afatete fon no afre abusia ama abusia sende omo 50 cedis saa eno na wonum ede etwo na so omo ye adwuma ede aboa ban ama enwumasua enso atimi akona nim de a esefota se aban etua wo moka ebra omo ne ensemtrofo etwetwe nkomo no sei na ekoye
was my head loss. Young nurses for me, and I started to major nurses now. Demonstration back for payment and about teachers. Yeah, demonstration, yeah, press, yeah, come, yeah, the executive for a meeting, but Obia, Papabi. My prayer, I'm tired. Teacher, you manocrama, me no me who pass me to see profession. Minimuna, medical, you mamma NNC as early as 6 o'clock. By 7:38, no, my phone number circles. Maybe me, I'm come maternity leave 10 months. My job, me power fear, message, in no move for your sick. I'm tired. My teacher, you mananas, my prayer. I'm going to say, my yes, I can get to when you feel Ghana's can try a cancer, and there's something if work for yes, I need to Minya Labanese, Minya Nijani, Mia Ghana Maka, I will be Mako school, Mako school. I am ya posted me some fire to my mamma, my Ghana, and the son. I think I had to my video, and me Yamuba, Nami Base, me drama to so I will practice to Nami Aquajuma, maybe I'm here to my baby, I'm here, and I'm and they transfer me for maybe another currency in the age. For high dying, in fact, cost of living over there has not been easy. Now, to move through kind of thing, we have to move. Yes, I have some young Ghana. I have to my affiliates today. I'm a back, I'm a from a penny and a thumb for. And I'm one chair, and let me know what's that way. If you're what's in it, I think I'm or if it's a lead, that's in fact, I'm not going to do Mama. I'm not going to party, and now I'm going to get my
Mobo, oh my Ghana, ye toa kase so na honorable Thomas Nyako Ampem wono ena ye deputy finance minister ono ne kohyia a teacher foyi ena wodi nkomo kire wom se wosre adwobrel wonum nya abotre na aban no seseye mu no aban no ahwe na wo hwe se obeboa nanka bosumi April ya ye womu ya na wieye wobehwe na wotua wonum sika nyina ediama wonum na wo hwe se de be ya enioma betumi atoto yie na ye wano enu nti na ache no nti wosre se wonum kan wakoma ento wonyem na April bosumi na wieye no aban no behwe na obia wose fata se wotua ne ka no watia edi amano honorable Thomas Nyako Ampem.
Yo, honestly, I would have said, oh, please. I would have said that I'm so happy to see you because it is always a delight to see my colleague teachers. Yes, I'm one of your own, and I'm always proud to say so. And that is why you should realize that there is no way we will discriminate against teachers. I met with your leadership a short while ago, and I showed them proof of what has happened. So that they would rather come and speak to you, but they wanted me to address you directly. So you recall that sometime last year, some of you came to the previous Ministry of Finance. Subsequent to that, Cabinet approved that even though your financial clearance expired and that you could not be onboarded, the Finance Minister should take steps to issue another financial clearance for you to be properly recruited. That was done, and you started receiving your salaries. What is outstanding is the arrears that had accumulated over the months before you were put on the payroll. I showed your leaders who came to meet with me in the office, because your concern is that you have credible information that your colleagues in the health sector were going to begin to receive their accumulated arrears from April. So I showed them that indeed we received the request from the Minister for Health dated 2nd February, and we have processed. So on the 26th of February, the Finance Minister wrote to Controller to begin the payment of the arrears for the health professionals. And the arrears has been staggered into 4 installments. So this April, all things being equal, they will receive it. We have subsequently received a similar letter.
Any aban ese wono eye ntotoye adwene biaba se wono betumi SCC public universities foforo e wo my Ghana mu na wode akande wo hodada ne ho na timi aboa ma wono apagya higher education siapon adesuamu na enipadodo no anso atimi akobi ebra won ma wie nto aso suku enti sa adwene ne ba ye no enam panimfo ye sene esese won mo power committee ba sumko na won mo tena se esesai adwene efa aban enhyehyɛ ya wo pesa wode bai ho na won mo wie a na wode wano de nsɛm abeto aban anim ano de nsɛm a wode eba no eye ensusuya hodo a wode ebema aban ya wo mo betumi agina so ahye sɛ wo si public universities foforo e wo mamu a ebeye yie anansa sɛn ene niema ebekɔ enti ene osofo wo hwe ngomasua so Yera Haruna Idrisu ejina ne tumi so say education minister aya mania wa power sa committee ho entoma na wo wie ye no ene obo amane se adwuma wode ahye won mo nsa ene se won si fom ba bia yes se won mo edi nkomo na oman no ehunu ehia se won mo ebesi public universities foforo no won mo nya ne sa na adwuma won mo ye no Vice President Professor Jane na Opoku Ajiman ene sese wo mbo mama ne nyina kire no na sese de asoe no wa atweyem se committee ni bewie wo mdwumadie nyina na wo mde recommendations no aba eno so ena ebetimi ama aban agina akase wo si suapon de ye aban dia eye public universities foforo ewo my Ghana ha na page suapon adesuamu yewra Haruna Idrisu
John Dramani Mahama. Higher education remains a critical public good and a critical public need because there are many young people in Ghana who are still having difficulty in accessing quality higher education across the country. So at the request of Her Excellency the Vice President, the President requested that we put this committee together to advise government on the establishment of new public universities in Ghana. So your recommendations, when you so submit to Excellency John Dramani Mahama as part of his research for higher education, I'm sure will go through cabinet and go through parliament. The thrust of your work, apart from inclusivity, ensuring presence, that every region of Ghana is a desire and vision of the president should have a university of its own.
Minister Anusi ya pe ena kane soafo ya na wo hwe nwumasia so Maame Christina Amwaku Nnuama ya wo ye chairperson eda committee a ene wapa wonom ede adwuma ehye wonsa no ano ekasa ye en wo say adwuma mpanifo de ma wo no ya asodie kese a wagye abo wonbo na wo be ye adwuma no ama anim abanyam afi so asan aba ne bremu pepepe na wo bobo so say adwuma mpanifo de hye wonsa no ebi ne say won mo be hye ama watimi SC public universities foforo afi suapon dada ye wo my Ghana mu no obehye no wateretere won taba mu na timi afa nipa bebre no da nchen a project ahodo ya aban no ahye ase wo suapon ahodo mu no so esese won mutimi hwe na wo wie ni nyina.
The mandate entrusted to this committee, which is to expand access to higher education through the establishment of new public universities, the completion of ongoing projects, and the strategic expansion of existing tertiary institutions, is both ambitious but timely. It reflects the NDC government's firm commitment to equity, inclusiveness, and national development. We are fully cognizant of the magnitude of the task before us. The overall goal to establish at least one public university in each region, the completion of key projects across the country, and the strengthening of existing tertiary institutions will require careful planning, technical expertise, and prudent stewardship of resources. We are also mindful that the success of this initiative will not be measured solely by the number of institutions established, but by their quality, relevance, and sustainability. It is imperative that these institutions are aligned with national priorities, particularly in science, technology, agriculture, and entrepreneurship.
Osno kokroko amanyoko num eno ena yatiesie ene PP ena yefre no na ene yi wode wonsa etnetne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne na ban eso ne nyina ene se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne naban won party ne tene se wo ye bibi na obi beka ho asem a kire na dwen dia fa ho se eye anase enye no obon se na aban asori de tia sa nipa kro yenso oman Ghana enka yen amamuo no asebo nyina eye democracy so e kire se ka bi na men kan bi se de be ya amamuo so betimi awie brane na aboa ma oman na timi atumpon nanso NDC aban ya wo so eneidie one part na tene de ye friend criticism no one pese obia bebie na no aka ene atimamufo eka na wode won engaw na wakote wonum ede akọ CID akache ni titru ene NPP amanyuko no mu enipa se wonim na okobie wa no ekasa adefa amamuo ne ho a obon se na aban tata wonum saa ebesi nei woguso krampo ewo NPP amanyuko no mu nipa hodo a enei wonum da so ewo aban no akache na CID egusua etutu wano eyade a ensemfata na etutu democracy ase ewo man mu opanimpa ya wokasa ye won centralfo enhyemu ase eye General Secretary Justin Frimpong Kodua ene de sansemi etuja
Ebra NDC aban efa Ghana kunya kese after 7 January 2025 almost say empenifo ana omo abanda dem MPP abanda dem NPP for empenifo so metata omo yonkofo a said the Ghana mra no ye gitum say ye de mra be ye adwuma no security apparatus omo mem ha e yo madwen so mo fa nya adwuma ebra constitution ka or chapter 5 of our constitution say nipa bia sabi obechi no obediteni no o ma ne nko ba bia no che na de kura waye ansa kura na nipa kro no sabi o de be kwa aban kuku ma napo na se obechi na so wachi no sa no ma we nyina akoso ebi to chema ontumi ebi to hanam o sesi be gift to wire eni nkofo bebre emrante ne maba waso no mu fi se no ma koso abemu anye esu nya kukuduru kasai omo so omo kasai wi a na ye RGP onu office o ofobia wa for omo se omo de omo ne se omo ko social media obi obekasa eti aban ne bia mo frɛ no na mo nchi no ema ko frɛ ye mrante bebre bi ti se Asantwa ba Kwame se Obama Fawaz AY adenta kumi mu nyina no ekwan ya aban ne fa so ditem omo ebi edom call remand ehia mo ka kire mo se no ma na ekoso no MPP emesre enka se munka bi maye na emum ye ka kire mo abom kokose emre wo he ye ni nka so na
Evra Justin Frimpong Kodua ne nsem no mu no wakasa na wɔkyerɛ sɛ hwɛ ade baako a wono ma hyɛ ne nso ene sɛ His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene na ban mu mpanimfo no wonom akyekyere NPP fo na kyerɛ wɔkyerɛ ne nyinaa ɛyɛ sɛ aban no ya bibi nanka Ghana nyinaa ani bɛba so no obon sɛ wafa kuntuna se na wakɔkye NPP ni bi panini bi na ama ani nyinaa adane akɔhye hɔ sɛ de bɛyɛ a wɔnka aban na sem na wɔde bɛkatakata enioma so wɔkasa no amu no ne kasa ne mu no ɔkɔso akyerɛ sɛ sesei ukopie mu awɔ judiciary ahyɛyɛ hɔ no mu a ɛsɛ sɛ mpanimfo de wɔn nan si fam na wɔhwɛ sɛ pɛpɛpɛ yɛ bɛdi dwuma awɔ judiciary ahyɛyɛ hɔ na wɔmfa nyɛ party sem ɛmfa nsɔre ntia ɛntata nkrɔfoɔ ɛwɔ my Ghana mu
say NDC aban ne sika yɛ nie saa suban na ɔmo da na de ɛbra ɔmo ba aban mu no ne ka so ɔmo aba foforo nti say de ɔmo asesa saa suban na NDC for da so wom ɛbra bi a asɛm kɛse besu ɔman mi ɛfa aban no ho na aban no anim gu ase no na ɛsɛ ɔmo yɛ bibi ɛbɛtwe Ghana fo adwene afiri so ɛnɛ LGBTQ ho asɛm ade aban ne hyɛ bɔ ɔbra no opposition sɛ ɔba within 3 months on be pass saa emra no ene Ghana fo busa na o ma peni ma se nya de ehia sesi asem aba asofofo ka ho asem Ghana fo ka ho asem obi eche ne ho adwene no aban ne pese yi Ghana fo adwene free so nti saade a e be chechi opponents fo then no abi news no NPP yes our friend central fo bim ya branch ba ko e friend baba Mando oye communication officer o Sunyan East a kwan this before yɛra yɛno ɛnam so ma na ne mnante ɛkɔkye no ɛbɛɛ ne court nsɛm esi so a sɛbi ɛtiamra a ɛnya de papa no yɛsɛ aba mo nim biem ama mo hu kwan a ɛndi sabai no ma fa so na me fa sa akwa wo so abo yɛra IGP kɔkɔ sɛ yɛnim sɛ ɔmampani ma ama ne yi no nanso so wɔn ka hu sɛ atade ɛhyɛ no sɛ bi ebuo ne di wom to no ma bia ne nkrɔfoɔ yɛ a wɔnim pefe sɛ ɛmfa mmra kwa mu ɛnyɛ papa no ɛne kwa so
Henry Nana Boachi Dodona Freno Nana B wano ena NPP waye wonum national organizer ene won so de nano etu nsem no mu bi ekyerese sa chichira ekoso na CID ene police wonum tata NPP fo no ne nyina eye aban mu nipa ene hyehye akyire aban mu enipa ene NDC wonum mpanyimfo ene sta akyire ema ye chichire NPP fo sa ede wonum ekro eno nti wo sere se empanyimfo nhwe yie na se wanhwe yi a emfie nan no ewo ha ya enche eno nti wonhwe yi se de beya de ekoso no wonum besesa no na wosan ekase judicial power no eno na se wonum didi juma na wodi di juma kire se enka freedom of speech a ebo my Ghana mu na nka beboa ma oman na tumpon no eno no mo pese omoya na ebedane bone bi ebo man nim na se obia entumi nka wonum asem na wonum ankasa atena honom abu oman no din ebra na nabi kasano say enokano
to address some politically motivated arrests. And it's sad, but that is why I'm actually in red. And also unwarranted prosecution of MPP communicators. Yesterday, what happened in court is a clear case of when a judge assumes or replaces a prosecutor and execute orders from above. A judge who is supposed to be an independent arbiter. Ladies and gentlemen, the arrest of and remand of Baba Amandu is a state-sponsored political abduction disguised as law enforcement. Ladies and gentlemen, we condemn the abuse of judicial power to criminalize free speech and oppress dissent.
Yenfree amanyosemu ni emfa yeni enchre fango ensensem emom. National Petroleum Authority NPA adwumakuo ya wonmo na hwe fango entotoye so ene ehonsem kaye nyina ewo my Ghana mu. Ebo amane se sesei wonmo yen sakraye kakra bi ewo fango buo emu. Na wonmo wo susudua bi a bosome bia dura enefo dunum ya edikan no wonmo hye na wode eye ensakraye se obepeja fango buo mu anase wobetumu eno omo frɛ no pricing window April oforiso obosome ya yesi mu ida na edikan wonmo the first pricing window no eba abontene na won bebo amane se de mpanimfo aka to ho se asno mienu ekontokwa ewo wura mu a ensensan ya ewase no ho kire won no Middle East ntokwa ekoso na omo frɛ no geopolitical tensions ama ebia Ghana fise okọ wiase amansan mu a crude oil fango bere ya won munya ena dani ema ne meye light na emeye fango a won mo cheche aton no ne bo okọ soro papa enti ehun kohia sa first pricing window no won mo epeja fango emu ebi kan petrol ebi kan diesel and ebi nso kan LPG liquefied petroleum gas nene one mobile bontene no was second pricing window na 15th April enti na sasa one mo eye susudua no etoso mienu second pricing window no e de asem de kakra bi aba e de amagana fo adroba fo ne timemufo a etofango e free fuel pumps ahodo mo na sade MPA fo krata wo mo de aba bonten e kire no ensakraye foforo yi no ebema omanfo ho ahenhan wo na wo ho ato won kakra enti efri enne ya won mo eye sa second pricing window ni wieye no fango buono free 13.30 and answer 13 cedis 30 pesos per liter. Abesi 13 Ghana cedis 27 pesos per liter. Na eno eye petrol said one more yen sakraya and annual na 1330 no. Diesel so eno de eso ehwan beye 1 Ghana cedi eno nti wo mo kire se kwa animum. First pricing no ekwojina 17 Ghana cedis 10 pesos. Ena enei eso ehwan abegina 16 cedis 10 pesos. Eno ye liter ba ko bia na mom liquefied petroleum gas LPG ya womanfo bugu cylinder mudidi wo mujuma ahodo no eno de peja ekosoro entimu enteso ni bi anka no na enano ya won mo ya won sakraye no na ejina 10.71 10 Ghana cedi 71 pesos ene apeja ama beyese 8 pesos abeka ho enti abegina 10 Ghana cedi 79 pesos eno eye kilogram ba ku bia ya won ebebuo amawo na wasifri na ekoi we ni ebo a wo hwe ani mo se oil marketing companies enyumakuo ya won mo ebiebie fuel stations e wo Ghana ha no won mo ebeje na onye adefoforo bia ya ebetietia MPA fo anim na wosusu se we betime ede home kakra abra Ghana fo bra won mo guso a ehwe ani mo sa ban so ede ntotoye kakra ya wo ye na wode ehwan fa ngobuo so kakra na se wode aso omanfo mu ama eniema akoso abafom ama won enti onwadi abayanim kan abekire se second pricing window no hwan so kakra bra wo wa tweyem se aban so enhyehyɛ ya wode eba no ebeba abontene.
Kachiri na ewo fango ho ensensem no emua enei aban enam enkrato bofotene honorable Felix Kaakyire Ofosu wonam ne so ede krata ba abonten na krata ya wode aba abonten nyina ne se aban no ehunu bre ya Ghana timamufo wonumu bre efa fango ebo eho eno nti aban no enei wonum tete sika ne bi na aban na nkasa ede sika ahyem aboa ama fango bo no atimi agina yie ama adrabafo ene woni a wode fango edi juma wo ma Ghana mu na de wo kan nyina ene sesei wo hu se ebo no apagapagya ne mu ewo ewiase amansan adwamanso eno nti ena aka oman Ghana ama fango bo kwa na ekosoro no na ene yi wo bo amane se efiri wo china 16th April 2026 aban no ehyaase atete etuetua sika ne bi ede aboa woni a woto frango wo man Ghana mu na sika wo fa ene se woni a woto diesel no enei aban no ebetua 2 cedis ede amamo enti uduru hono mu a aban na dikan atua to hodada enti aban no ate so 2 cedis saa so na mu a moto petrol no aban ne se wahwemu a na obetimi aboa mo kakra eno eye 36 pesos 36 pesos ena aban no ebetua de aboa woni a woto fuel fango petrol de efre no petrol no eno eye de aban no etua ede ama wo mo sense se yeyi wo bo amane se cabinet age atom ebra wonum ekosia mputupru eso no ena woje ede tu mu na ochina ena behyaase ede juma wo bo amane se sa juma de ebegina mu a bese bosome na aban no de ahwe se entisoi anase sikatua ya wotua de ahyase ede aboa fango no eno ebeboa ama enioma atoto yie anase emmoa na afi wasa adwen akwan foforo a obetimi anam so na wode aba abeboa matemamufo enso eho atimi ahenha ne wo mu na aboa wonum wo hwe se Ghana yensikasem ebetimi agina brane na se gina brane a wonum bekoso aboa amatemamufo nso eho atimi ahenha wonum Felix Kaakyire Ofosu ena ninsa ehye krata yase na efri aban mu aba
Yanto akase ne so ewo bobre ensemo arocha Ghana eye ekufekuo kase ma Ghana mu won mo eboa pa ehwe sempanimfo ebebo bobre eho ban environment no onmo betoto niema na sade obo ade ededum adasa no wo munye bibia ema no enkosai nom ekuyi de krata ba bontene na ye kokobo na wo de etu mpanimfo ye wo asante mantam anim na afi wonmo asan apere enhwehwemu ede afa ensema wonmo ate eho arocha Ghana force wo manyanteye se nipa bonfo bi ahyase ate silek bosomtwe ensase ya ebemban ho ya wo mahye ede sekan asiso a da na wormodo obi nim ne wodo na wa clear land no ede aye nanso eyo haw ya ebetumi ede abre lake bosomtwe eno eye ejapade kase asanteman ewo asan aye akwansra bia kase ya wo manfo nyina fremiamia eba na omai Ghana ebetumi enye sika ewo so eno kra da nchen a omanfo ya etete eben lake bosomtwe no ehwa na won munya wanu aduane ene won sika efrifri se dodo no ekoho ekoyi ensuomunam eton edibi enu nti se won motena sesa eye nhwehan emomanfo essence asetam ya eben lake bosomtwe sa na won mokra no ono omanfo ani ne yie won statement no eba ye no enre ya na rocha empanimfo edi epie abontene won mo se sa land clearing no a won mahunu se ekoso ewo lake bosomtwe no ho pe no enkro te sa abrodwum ejafo ene abase na ekoso na won mo se edo ha beba papa pafisa sa abrodwum kronum woko asante amane ne amamremu a eye ekura aboni beka se eye sacred kyeresa yemfa efini nkeka wampo nka no frisa ehonom bosom kese bia ede abrodwum stone ebo ya eye nkaye dumade sonko bi ema asanteman ewo ho ya enya asam keto akra mane ene amamra hodo a wonom eye wo abrodwum stone ne ho no eko animu ya eni kwan sen company ma kwan ema fidie kase ati se yekosi ne kwaye mu se eji ato egu afei wo se lake bosomtwe no ababaye natural lake eno de onye obia na ekodwi fom ema ensuo ni ba enyankopon na de ache omai Ghana ena UNESCO fo so won mo kire se eye reserve ejapade kase a esese empanimfo ehwe na wobo ho ban na etimitena ho da afebo ema enchirima nyina enti se ne wo ho se ekoso ewo lake bosomtwe ne nkwado no wo ma nhwe na wantu ho esa ede wo haw ebeba enti arocha Ghana force de edi kan empanimfo enyai mfidi a wo mode akosi asase ne so a wodwie afei asante mantem empanimfo a esese won mototo ne ma nhwe se obefiri nhwehwemu ase na nipa wo soma bulldozer se wo mkonkodwi ensase ya etesa e wo lake bosomtwe ne nkwado no wonya nhwehwemu na wo mo hwehwe nipa kro na nipa wo no so wo ma ne kwan se wo mfanye sa adwuma no womo ahwede no afa emra kwan so eniema etise ye nimpanimfo anhwe na won ma nso ano a ebetumi akofa wo haw ede aba fi se lake bosomtwe eye japade kase a esese oman no ebo ho ban se de ebe ya da chinchirima ya eba so ebeba abeto
Abusia ma yentu akase ne so emfa emamo Environmental Protection Agency ene wonum epeja franka akoko na ne nyina asechire ne se pa air pollution eyade a ekoso wo asante mantam mu pa na eyade a ede yade ama yade atu atese na oni osori a yade emframa ye home nyina ne nyina aye yade ne nyina ne se efin ne nioma hodo a ense na emfata ya ye jai gu mframa mu no eyade a eho ebehia se ye betwe ye ho ede afiri ho na aboa ma mframa ne mu atie na yenso yetimi atena se awo apomodin ne enkwatenten mu enya saade a ye kosoa na ye sei emframa no a eyade se ede ohawo ene abenedie ene de ebeba besa ye komu na ebra jumadie ya na watu din Clean Air Foundation Program ekoso ena openimpa ya wo regional director edima Environmental Protection Agency Dr. Jackson Nantachi church nsemu no de tu dwa se nkame ya ye se Omai Ghana ene asante mantem titiriw mframa no ye sey no dodo enti yenhye de Africa mu apie ene ye ka to nwisie yi na enam soro ni nam wiem saa so na industry wona waye emfiri nyuma ahodo wo mantam ne mu no wonso ejai mframa ya ensem fota egu wiem na ne nyina ene na mantam ne mu eno na wobo amane ebo kokko se yenhye yie na yehu kwampa ye de saa nyoma no ebefa so se de beya ye betumi asi yade eho ekwan ewo mantam ne mu Dr. Jackson 930.
And again, we have a lot of on-town services over there. That is also contributing to the increase in the total particulate matter that we have. That the air quality index is measured by the PM2.5, PM10 that we have. So if you measure the monitors that we have here, indicates that the levels are appreciably high. That we need to really work on that. And these are contributed by the things that I've mentioned so far too. Now we have the law on our side. The air quality LI 2507 has been passed, and we are now raising the awareness for everybody to be well informed about the law, after which we will just touch base and start implementing the law. As we speak, we have air monitors dotted all over the region, taking as real-time air quality data that we have. As we speak, we can give you the PM2.5 index of quality of air that we have over as we speak. So that is what we are doing. But I think what we are doing is also not enough. So we are the Environmental Protection Authority CEO, Professor Nanama Ramkrichi, is committed to installing more air samplers or air quality monitors all over the region so that we can actually have empirical data to make an informed decision.
So how many air quality centers do we have in the region?
As we have 6 of them in the region.
And then what is the quality index?
So the quality, it depends on the season. When it rains, because of the heavy downpours, most of the particles will then be removed, and then the quality will be good. By getting to the Hamatan, looking at where we are in the transitional zone, where we are, the influence of Hamatan is also there. So the quality ranges between good to unhealthy and those kind of things that we have.
So now that we are in Hamatan.
Mase Kejetia Phase 2 project no. Baby a wo mo ye sa adwuma no efa bi wo ho a wo frɛ ho bode na adwadifo ya won mo wo sa bode biaye ho eni abre pa sa krodom ya wo bo sugjetire gu mpanimfo so wo mo asem nyina ne se nei sensuo emuna pɛ na won mo nso no gugjem de won mo dwene ho eni sensuo no a eto no ebeyiri afa won eyiri afa wo mo nyina achi no so hwan ene betieti atechem no atoto nsuo mu abasa wo ba beto ade enu nti sa flooding no a wo namu e wo bode no e ye wo haw kase e de ma wonom e ha won madwadie e na e ha won musikasem na won mo e kire mu a e bra contractor for e ba adwuma ne ho no wo mo sha asese wo mo e bo edan ne fa bi so e na aka kase a ensuo to a etimi etwi fa mu boko na ekro no won mo sisi ni nyina e free sa bra no de o haw ene nkwanhia de wo mo hia bi papa ewo bode ho ensuo no to a esanse drainage gutters ni nyina emu asisi nti no enya baabi mfa na esese etwi befa dwanum ema won madwadie eye basa na ohema ya woda adwadifo ya no ene ohema mercy won nsamtrefo atwetwe enkomo ene wose de ekoso no ehu ema won mo nkwa ena ebesan ede won mo apomuden ho nsam ekra hwenhwen eno edanche ya won mo bambo ho nsem so eye ohaw kase de ma won mo pa wo ho enti bibi wo ho ampanimfo ye na beye yi animanimu ya wo mo eme
yi ba wo mo ba bia ye hye awo na ewura beto wo no ma asu ye hyemu akakra kakra ka ensuo to a ensuo timi badura ye no ma nyina afo ye no ma nyina asai ye wo haw ewo ha enti we de nananom ye ne nsamo yes regional minister Dr. Mwakohene came boss omu ba ye no kra ha omu mehwe ha da yes omu mehwe baby ayetie no omu ne contractor ne nkasa na gata no de obaya ma ye gata na si enti nsuo to na abeyira fa ha nyina yentimi ne panifo ntwetwe yesra na no otumfo te kokko so na wona nanom na ekasa wadawroma Mumra na mumehwe twa na mumeye hu bibi maye na ma ye wa ye bre sentrofo amudi ye chibaye mu akura mudu ya mahu se aha awe ho e ka na adure na anu nyame nko anka nsuo de yakoi nsuo timi se ye no manyina
Ejadifo binuma se ensuo no to na yiri efa wone ma saa na de ohaw abre wono mo nso akasa ne wade to kumase kropon mpanimfo ne akandifo a ehweso anim ene se won mo de on kasa nche contractor no na wo mebiebie gwatanum anase drainage system no na etimi aboa amase ensuo no to a afamu akoten wo bra ema mese won mo ne bia na nkofa wo haw ene oyene emre won mo dache na eba ne sa won mo ejidi se eniema bekoyie ama won mo kosi se kejetia phase 2 project no empanimfo behwe na waye ni nyina awi
yetie ensuto eyiri faye gata kase de jonexi babi omodi chensi abono gata kase da ho ensuto gata ni yiri eyira fa nyina wu sa Papabi mpo ha ya baba ni enema nyina sei eye edwode che omini na awoche bona nkoa e budget wasika ni ma 10 million nese 1000 enye de ball pa am ye de ball ane koye na so kwaji aban sika na setem bia ensuo to na de chibola seya aban o mechi kotum na se de ensuo ni je wa since ye buja o muja han ensuo ti kanko a wo baba se so ni ma baba ni ensuo yira fa e ka ma egu ade ni e wa kire nyina e ka wo baba wa pata na wa na ensuo na ye mu se ma enkurata na to na ensuo ye mu se ma na wale nkrota la wacheshe na nsuo yira fa no ade achi ade na abeyo yentimi ntwati ye sraban ene ye sreke me boss ene ye sre zuda ene regional minister ba ko no say ye sre omo twa mo ni na ye na na otumfo ye sre na wada ma ye bre ye ni abro se na ye ba ye hanyina yiri efi ha ebe subiri so wentimi ntina ha enkrofo fie wa o ma toilet na tututu subiri nim na ba this yensan ya dit sa sensuo na to mi ejina ha na tutu yo ha ya furu abonsan ya de ba ade ya furu kwese wa we don say we pa na mo ensuo yi mu no enye wo keto atisi na we ban yo
Combined City Market Traders Union ya wonum awa Asante Mantemu ene wonum ani ata kokowa esu ena wo su ne nyina ne se yebo amane sekejetia market eba de your friend Dubai no eba na nka abeboa wonum ama wonjadie etimi akoso na aboa wonum ama wonsikasem etimi awie yie na aboa ma Asanteman ne Ghana enya sonfaso nanso kajetia Dubai eba yeyi enkameya yese empanimfo awodo a aban no abo wondi se womeye management no ewo hono mo no sabi wabon wonim ade eno nti wontimi manage ne yie emanioma ahodo a ekoso no bibia entimi enwie yie eniema atete apansam tese edwa no eyagu eno nti wo sra mpanimfo sra ban esra regional minister se wonhwe nanka kajetia Dubai ene first 2 de ya abankro de ena system no ayenti no obeti nani ahye na wahye ye se de pa ya wo benya so faso na boa nanso enam se ye aban de enti no panin bia ye de ne baba bia no wonti nani enhwe madwumadie no enkoso wonsiesie edwa no besi enei se wo hye ase no che se wonye nsiesie papa bia ebodwa ne mu eno ti wo sre wo panin pa ya wo no ena ye secretary edema ejamfo no Honorable Emilia Kofi and Edisa and Semin Atuja.
The union again strongly recommends that the management of the market be handed over to a competent private entity that will prioritize the welfare and security of traders while ensuring the efficient management of the facility. We have also expressed deep dissatisfaction with current management, that is the management of the phase 1, calling for a change in the administration, and we are urging the government to hand over the market to the potential construction firm contractor to manage the market and to address safety concerns, operational inefficiencies, and the debt that is swallowing the market. Finally, the combined Kumasi Central Markets Union humbly appeal to His Royal Majesty, the Asantehene Otumfo Osei Tutu II, to intervene in this matter to ensure that the work on the phase 2 resumes with further delay. Kumasi City Market, Dubai, again, we ask that is properly privatized and the market is managed effectively in the interest of all traders. And this is coming from the Combined City Market Traders Union.
Empasetia beposo nkroto ya ewo atwemamponua mensini emu. Na sadie kromafo ede anibre kasa no kwasampa se asefem. Won masema wo ka nyina ne se enkromienu yi won makwan pa enye ya atete te se kontebe ya drobafo esiso na won mu nyina esu. Na wose ade abaako a eha won mo kese pa ne se bra yesisu tobremu yi. Ene droba ni bia mpese wode ne hyen efa empasa tia beposo akwan no so efrisa ebi kura na ne hyen no akwa akotim entim so a eniema ya ebefamu no won monkonko siesi ahyen no na ye eka buburuja eba ne sa lorry fare akese ya won mo eje omanfo no eno so eye etwamnebo eno nti rainy season anase ensutobremu sei no ema adesua ene adekire ntimi enkoso akwada entimi nante mfa kwan no no akosuku apomuden edwumadie nso na eno nso ya ato apefri se obi kura yade na won mo pese omode ne kwa ya sabia san kwan nya enye na nsu asan ato agumu na so ya trotro nti no won mo ntimi nante mfa so no akwade apomuden ene ayaresa enti omo srempanimfo National Highway Authority fo nyina sa won mo enkamom na won mesiesi akwan no ema wonom sade be ya won mo so hu ebe han wo
Uye maintenance said ya krana. Said is calling na ya maintenance. Just say o man penfo no no kwan so fo no mo ble. Ya ble o kan pa kwan nya. Yesu ye maintenance bibli.
Ntama onyem krana o ko antenanta kra e bre se be ya obenya ka kra ya asem. Unya ka no kra so na o ko a me kaya wo ka me bre ya na juda su me bre pa ansa na me kwenti. Yes
you have to say to abompi ye ko ende abompi but the tea han say kwansini aka badabo kwansini kwantinfo andu because ye kan wansa ma but o me say scam fees so ye twa scam fees antiniama and the best abana say kakra na aka no enya da nya ekwan de ya ibiasa yes hwehwe ya antinama tie say abana say ohun bobo na kakra no if go to faculty and kwem supra on o me pipi so mai test be da so na mo kwanti no kase kwese o mo je kra no bosa tie say abana say bobo boy afisa
na we kwana enye ninti moto fo ni twamu a futro na ba be guwa sei o to ale ko be dro si futro akọ waduanim na wo ye ti esra ban wo mra meboa ye yo chiri wa klase pa ya le su fri amo na ekọ awo ka obi a bre o ba bre nyasem
Empasetia beposo manfo arabosam ya won mo kan ni wagina so ede adesre ato aban ene Roads and Highways Ministry enimye so ena yegina ne de kase no aba awieye Millennium Construction won mo contractor for ye wiebere mu won mo airport memufo wo a opesa daach mo ye japade no ne se wato asase na wusie ana wo nsikura de to asase no eto baabi se de be ya daach nchirima wo mo betimi abaye so adwuma Millennium Construction ene be ni nyina amawo asase no baabi a wo pɛ no ato se de ne tetere bia Millennium fo ebedi hu dwuma wo a wato asase ni bi na bibia bebo mu nti wo pesa wo ton de sika ne ya de foforo no fa asase no ko hye wo mo nsa na wo mo ampa atofo ema wo wi asade wo no ye nhyehyɛ no afro no abedi sika we ompe na de abiem na wo pɛ wo dream bi esi wani so wo se mansion we de that metna bi mum edan we ye bi na mesie na me abusua atena mu na mum aka contractor ya wo betimi asi say dream no ama na be reality eye Millennium Construction ena meka mfo akere wa nwumre fi say won ma ya adwuma no ache papa Enfie dunum emusua hunu ena wowo ewo construction work mu enti edi wo mo ho adanse a na fache TV yenim ye ka adanse hu niam ahodo nyina nso won mo eton bi nti bibia a wo pe na de aye bibi kuma bi ewo fie a na sa wasase so no Millennium Construction eton sa fro se bra na wo mo ma obi ento ebia na pesa wo ye renovation so ewo fie ya wotim sesei no edan ne ho apapai asa yi montimon kanti wo pesa wo siesie no na sine dada mo se de wo sine mo no na etie no a na afata wo status a Millennium ene mekamfo akiro yenko Kumase boshen na ya junction ho na adwuma koi wo wo de wo si ya fo ni hwa abrosan no so obehunu se won mo ewo ho na wakọ ne mpanimfo akoto kese numbers no ego screen nso no ewo ho ma se obetimi afa na make say ya akra wo de frɛ na ma wo mo hunu se Facha TV prime time kase so e na wo te won ho asem se de wo ha no te no eye construction ko ade a fafa wo mo fichire na obeboa wo amoni gye awie wo peye ma kenkanfo ya anwumre ye beso mo eye me AFIA chumwa ketri mene
Obrempong akwesi jeboa
ya beda mu nyina sene ye de mo asi ha nyame ya adoma ochena eye ya wada ye behia ewo kase fufuro mu yakram